Hey friends, how are you today? This is not exactly a planned video. I just picked up a camera today and decided to kind of bring you along while I'm doing some basic chores. And I don't know, just kind of share my heart with you today. I hadn't wanted to do this, okay? I hadn't wanted to share like the very start of my story. And I've probably shared little bits and pieces of it from time to time on here. But I'd never shared it really in full. Some of it, I can honestly say I'm not proud of myself in having done some things, but everybody makes mistakes in life, if we're honest and fair about it. Just part of human nature. So, what would it be? About 5-6 years ago now. No, about 5. Yeah, 5 would be right because it was 2016. I was a certified pharmacy tech, and that was going to be my career. I was actually looking at potentially expanding that career and going into more lab type stuff down the line, which is just an extra certification. That didn't end up panning out. I ended up having a really bad lung injury occur in my workplace. It was really bad, to the point where I lost my career, I lost everything. Okay, I got the next section rolled out. So I lost everything. I lost my financial stability, I lost my career, and at the time of the injury, I didn't think about it. I was so hurt. I was so angry inside. This would be the part that I'm not proud of. I was so angry. I remember it's about 6 months in, and I literally, let me try and find a spot for you here, you're falling over. I literally looked at God for the most part in the face and insert the F-bomb here, off is what I told him. I was done with him. I was so mad. I was so hurt. I couldn't walk from our living room to the refrigerator. That's how bad my breathing was. So fast forward another 6 months. I didn't cry for those first 6 months. It took 6 months for me to cry. That's how angry I was. And I hit my knees, literally hit my knees, and cried for the first time. And I told God, I said, I'd rather have cancer, because cancer either goes into remission or you go home. And this in-between thing, this isn't living. If this is what you left me here for, then what's the point? And that was the first conversation I'd had with God in 6 months. And so I stood up, and still hadn't made it to the refrigerator at this point, but I stood up and I looked out the kitchen window. From the kitchen window you can see into the garden, and at this point in time there was only this bed here and then the herb bed. And I looked out and I said, alright, God, if you want me here, you have to get me back out in the garden. If you do nothing else, if I can do nothing else, you have to get me back out here. I was able to get some treatment that really worked, and ironically, that came from my PCP. I was able to slowly get back out here to the garden, and it started with this bed here. I started cultivating a little bit more and a little bit more in it, and trying fall crops, trying early spring crops of things. And so I had sat down and my mom and I talked, and I said, what about expanding things out here a little bit? We could use some more space to grow things, because we're really enjoying what we're doing, what's growing. Then I could grow a few more herb products for things too. And so it kind of became a twofold. And it's been slow. This has been a slow process. It has not been easy. It has been challenging every step of the way. I still have physical limitations that my body says, no, you're not doing that today. So I don't. I used to try and push past it. I don't anymore. I don't worry about it, because I figure on that day, that's not what God meant for me to do that day. So I need to change my plans and my thinking on what I thought He wanted me to do for that day. And the more I was out here, and the more we expanded and were able to expand, the more I was able to realize that. And the more I was able to be out in the garden, in the fresh air. The sun just got over the tree line. The more hope-filled I felt. And no, I couldn't keep up with what I used to do. I probably couldn't even do the job physically that I used to do on a intense level again. But that's okay, because I don't need to be doing what God doesn't want me to be doing in this season. So I was toying with the idea of making tallow soap. But I had never worked with tallow like this. This was a whole new experience working with a meat oil versus vegetable oils. So part of the reason that I wanted to do this was, like I had mentioned, the sourcing. The sourcing was a big problem. It's becoming a very big problem. I am struggling to find products where I have full disclosure and or products that are not cross-contaminated or sent out of the country and processed. So taking all of that into consideration and praying about it and seeing some customers that were struggling to find soaps that were allergenic for them. So I'm really excited about this soap, is the short end of it. And the fact that I can source that tallow local, I know the cows and how they lived. I know the family that processes it. I can use all the herbal stuff from here off of the homestead. I can use therapeutic grade essential oils in it because its heat point is so low. I don't have to worry about the essential oils degrading in it or the herb product degrading in it. It's basically a win-win scenario. So right now I'm just in the process of developing my skills in working with it because, like I said, it's very different. Texture and trace points and all of that, it's very different in handling. Not a bad thing at all. So, but yeah, it's an exciting time, and being able to bring something to you guys that is quality and that won't harm you means so much to me. It means a lot in my life and what I'm doing in my life, but to be able to bring that to you guys is amazing as well. That was honestly my goal when I was able to get back out here to the garden after praying about it when I was injured. And having my certification in the essential oil and in the herbal stuff, it was always in my heart that I wanted to be able to take what we had here and be able to gift it to you in a way that benefited your life. So this is my story of how I basically got my start, how bad things were to where they are now, despite setbacks, despite illness and things happening in life. And I hope that this video inspires you. Like I said, I had no intention of making this video, but God really put it on my heart last night that I needed to turn on the camera and talk to you about this, because maybe there's somebody out there who is in the same position right now. And I'm here to tell you that when you do commit what you want to do to the Lord, and if you really do set your feet on His path, He will direct you where you need to go and what you need to do. So even if it's not what you originally thought, I had no thoughts of being a soap maker. I had no thoughts of doing any of this until I got injured. I made it for myself, but I never thought of bringing it to you. So this is a completely different area than I ever thought that I would be in, but I'm blessed to be able to do it. I'm grateful that I'm able to do it. and I'm excited that others can share in it. So don't underestimate where God will take you when you do commit your way to Him. Well, that's all that I've got for this video. Sun's getting up there and the dogs need breakfast. They haven't been. None of us have eaten yet. I've just took my coffee and came out here and turned on the camera and laid mulch. That's it. That's all I've done so far today. But we do have to go and get breakfast going. We have to get to church. So, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. As always, keep it simple, natural, and essential. I'll see you on the next one.